Hello and welcome to this edition of the Douglasville Impact Community Podcast, where we try to keep you up to date on everything happening in and around the City of Douglasville. I'm Jason Post with the City of Douglasville, and we have a great show today. Thank you guys for all tuning in and watching, and thank you to everyone joining us at the table. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's jump right in and introduce everybody again. Directly to my left is Mr. Aaron Sarowitz.
Hello.
And joining us again is Ms. Kellie Hunter.
Hello.
And joining us in our fourth seat this week is our brand new marketing and events coordinator with the city, Miss Tiffany Wallace.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
Excellent. Thank you guys all for joining us today. A lot of good stuff. You guys have a good week, good weekend? Yeah.
We did.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a
Can't
weekend.
complain.
Yes.
Right.
This is episode 3 of our community podcast, coming to you on March the 12th, 2019. Now, between episode 1 and 2, it felt like it flew by. It feels like between episode 2 and 3, it feels like it's been forever since we've been here. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe
they're
we've
all,
a lot of
they're all
stuff
stacking
going
up.
on.
Right.
We've
So,
either been
yeah.
so busy that it seemed like, everything's going on, or it seems like things keep coming up and I'm like, God, we got to get back into there and talk about all this stuff that's going
Right.
on. So it just seems like it's been forever since we've been here because so many things keep happening. And maybe it's just me. I keep thinking we need to get back in there and get back to the table so we can tell everybody about all the things going on. So maybe there's just so much going on. I'm just like anticipating getting back to the studio. So maybe it's just me.
You're enjoying this.
I am.
There
That's
you
good.
go.
I am. It
Indeed.
feels really, it feels really good being able to talk about all these things and tell everybody about all this stuff. But it feels really good sitting at the table and chatting with you guys.
Right.
Well,
Absolutely.
the good thing is we've had some feedback, so our audience is enjoying it as well.
Yeah, we know we got some people watching, and if you're out there, if you're watching us, or if you're listening to us, we would ask you to share the podcast out on your social media, wherever you can tell people about what we're doing. That helps us. We appreciate it. So we're available on all of the major streaming services. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. We are also available. The video version of the show goes up a little later than the audio version, but it's on our YouTube channel, mycitytv.com, if you just really want to see our faces.
Here we are.
Which you do. Of course
Right.
you do.
Yes. Indeed.
But if you just want to listen to the show, which is what I like about the podcast, I listen to them on my commute. We try to keep it right at 30 minutes, so it's perfect for my commute. It gets me right home, right to work. Listen to it in that time in the car. It's great. So
And
I
you are
love
fully
this platform.
informed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all of the information you can't jot down while you're driving, we can send you to the website and find out all the details.
Absolutely.
You need.
Yeah, so you don't have to take notes, you don't have to write down everything that you hear as long as you can go to our show notes.
Yes.
And we got links to everything we talk about.
There you go.
Or you can always visit the website, and the website has everything that we
Which we
are
highly
talking
encourage.
We do. douglasvillega.gov.
Absolutely.
It's an easy one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you'll hear it multiple times as we go through. So you
That's
get it
right.
the first time,
Don't
you'll
worry.
get it later.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump right into it and see what we got going on. Aaron, what's happening in the news?
Sure. So this isn't breaking news, but the mayor and council held their retreat on February 7th and 8th. We just released kind of the goals and objectives that they came up for 2019. So if you don't know a little bit about the annual retreat that the mayor and council have, they kind of hold it to get information from all of our community partners, from city staff, so they can kind of take a look and get updated on, the kind of the goings on around us. So for this retreat, they heard from the WSA, the Douglasville County Economic Development Authority, the ARC, the Atlanta Regional Commission, and of course city staff from each department. So they kind of got updates on where we're at on current projects, where we're kind of wanting to go, and things like that. And so at the retreat, we learned that we completed all of the 2018 goals and objectives from last year. So
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That's really
so that was kind of a big deal. Some of the highlights of those were the fleet maintenance assessment. So we kind of went through and kind of tried to get our minds around how we handle fleet maintenance and kind of tracking all of the gasoline that we use and all that kind of stuff, and trying to figure out how we can make sure that we're staying efficient. So we completed that in 2018. We also had internal audits of 3 departments. Community Development, which was formerly the Community and Development Services Department.
Like the
Community
shorter name.
Relations, yeah, shorter, yeah,
Like the
definitely
shorter
shorter. The Community Relations Department, which was us, formerly Communications Department, and then the Municipal Courts. It's hard to say.
It's a mouthful.
So we kind of got those tightened up and figured out how we want to operate efficiently and best practices and things moving forward. So I would say that it's working so far for our department anyways.
Yeah,
Agree.
absolutely. It's
I'd
great
say
to be able
so.
to check all those off too, because they had
Absolutely.
8 or 10 goals from last year and completed every one of them. I don't know,
Right.
I love to check off
Oh,
box
yeah.
on a,
Everyone
on a
does.
to-do
Yes.
list, right?
Yes, everyone
Like
does.
done.
Right.
So they felt really good going into the retreat, going 10 out of 10.
Right.
Done.
Excellent.
And it's really not a full year even because, I mean, if you think about the 2019 goals for this year, they were built in mid-February. So you really only have
Yeah,
10 and a half months,
Yeah,
10 and a half
about 10 and a
months
half months
to get them
it
done.
done.
We have
so-
that retreat, and those goals work on calendar year.
Yes, calendar
okay.
year.
Those are goals to be done by the end of the calendar year 2019. We
Right.
get real confused because we work off fiscal year
Fiscal
half
year
the
and
time
the
with our
calendar.
budget,
Right.
which
Budget,
is
right.
Yes. One of the quirks
January
of
to
government.
June
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It gets really confusing. But for those goals are goals to be done by the end of the
That's right.
calendar year.
Calendar
That's
So
right.
Right.
the new ones they just set up are goals that they're looking to be done by the end of 2019.
Right, December 31st.
So, but yeah, those old ones are all good, and you can see a lot of the stuff happening now from those last year's goals, like
Right.
the fleet maintenance assessment and the maintenance stuff. They looked at all that, and they've got a new building going in over
They
on
do.
Cedar Mountain that they
New
have cleared.
facilities.
They have cleared space.
Very
We've
nice.
got some nice aerial shots that we took this last week. They've got
Yeah.
a big, huge space cleared out, ready to put that new building and facility in for there to manage our fleet maintenance and our vehicles and stuff like that. So I mean, you can
Which
see
they
some of
definitely
those.
needed.
Absolutely, the stuff that where they're at now, they definitely needed some more space. They needed
Right.
some better structures and facilities in general. But you can see they've got the ground cleared. There's construction happening, so there is physical stuff happening as a
Right.
direct result of those goals that they accomplished last year. So it's good to see not only they accomplished the goals and got their check mark, but that stuff is actually happening. That's what we really want to see. Is we want to see
Right.
the
Wanna
dirt being
see
moved.
the action,
We want to see
yes.
a building going up, and we want to see the actual results.
Because that's where you see your tax dollars at
At
work
work,
for your
definitely.
benefit as
Absolutely.
a citizen.
And especially for these, because these are SPLOST dollars.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we
Definitely.
can promote that these are SPLOST dollars going into the new building over on Cedar Mountains, and that's the public services new building and stuff like that. Anytime we can use SPLOST dollars for those major new projects, that's that special local option and sales tax where you're taking the tax monies from people that are outside of our community coming in to shop and different
Right.
things like that, which is even better. So
They're helping to
Absolutely.
build our community.
absolutely,
Yeah, which is
absolutely.
awesome.
We love that one.
I would like for you to stay in the community,
Yeah,
live, work,
that's
and play
right.
here. Yes.
That's right.
Exactly. So some to highlight the 2019 goals, there's a couple big ones. The facility use plan for the old jail property. I know that's kind of one that everyone's
Oh, yeah.
ready to see something happen. So that's in the works. I think we're gonna start. I think the environmental studies or if they're not wrapping up,
Yeah,
they
right
have
on the verge.
Yeah, right
Very
on the
close.
verge.
So
So
close.
we'll kind of see some of the shovels in the dirt for that coming up soon.
Absolutely. Keep your eye out on our social media pages for that, because as soon as
Definitely.
they start tearing something down,
Oh,
or
yes.
they're pulling like the old gas tanks and stuff out of the grounds, we'll be
Right.
down there. We'll put it up to let you know that I know Chelsea's anxious to swing a sledgehammer and
Yeah,
knock it all down.
knock a couple
so.
bricks down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very
it's kind
cool.
of like a rehab show
So
on
an ultimate
Right.
makeover for
Exactly.
that
In
jail
real
site.
time, you can
Definitely.
see it.
Yes.
That's right. And I
So
think
you have to
filming
take-
we're not filming anymore at the old jail
I think
site.
whatever we had on the books, we're wrapping up, and
Yeah.
I think they've cut off new filming opportunities coming in. So they're literally about to start
Yeah.
digging,
Ah,
putting dirt,
digging dirt.
moving dirt,
Which is
putting
exciting.
shovels in the
Yes.
ground, knocking things down. So
Moving right along.
Don't blink, the change will happen.
don't
right?
blink,
Yes.
that,
That's right.
that jail will be gone.
That's how close we are.
And so for the second one, they want to analyze kind of the conference center to see what kind of repairs and things that they can do. I think that was built in 2012.
Right. It's
I
been,
believe.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
been.
So
like
it's kind of
6
due
years or
for some
something now, yeah.
updates, some
Yeah.
AV updates, some carpet
Little touch-up,
updates and
yeah.
things like that. So
Yeah.
that's just kind of how
Minor maintenance.
it happens with facilities like that. We want to
Absolutely.
make sure that it's a good representation of
Yeah,
us.
and the
so.
conference center stays busy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great facility. If you haven't
It
been
is
over to see
lovely.
the conference center, it's a beautiful facility, and it's another one like we talked about the SPOS dollars. It's another one that isn't really paid for out of our general city budget.
Right.
That's hotel motel tax dollars, and we can go into all that, but it's funded out of hotel motel tax dollars, which is also people from outside of our community coming in,
Right.
staying in the
Hotels.
hotels and visiting the community.
That's why it's so
And
important to
that
have.
fund
Right.
funds, the things for the conference center and stuff a lot, and our tourism department and things like that. So that's another great use of those monies without having to pull
From the
tax
general
local
fund.
tax dollars in our general
Right.
fund to pay for
Right.
things like that. So that's, but yes, it's a beautiful building, but it's 5 or 6 years. You have to at least look at technology
Right.
changes.
That's
So
true. That's true.
need some AV upgrades and things like that. So I think that's what they're looking at in that.
Just a few touch-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Still going strong.
If you haven't been in the conference center, you have about 4 opportunities every month to come to a city council meeting. First and third Mondays and Thursdays
Preceding
before
Thursday.
that. How's that?
That was a nice plug for me.
Indeed.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Shameless. Shameless. No shame there. So that kind of wraps up the mayor and council retreat. So staff will kind of get ready and cracking on those goals and objectives for them. So kind of moving on. More recently, on March 9th, last Saturday, we had opening day at Hunter Park.
Yep.
So
That's right.
we had the Mayor Robinson, Coach Chris Watts, and Terry Harper, a former Braves, kind of kick it all off with the first pitch, and we had about 240 players this year come out, and so kind of a fun community event.
Yeah.
It was a great thing. They introduced a new section of that, which was a parade beforehand as well. I think that was at the Douglas County High School band. That was.
I think that was the plan. I think they might have had some rain.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
there was
some
rain.
weather
That went
issues and
out.
stuff like
Okay.
that. But it was a good day. I think they got most of their games and everything in. But
Everything
yeah,
in.
the first pitch ceremony went off and everything, and it's just a great program. I think they've built a really nice youth baseball program over there. They have excellent fields
The
and
Facilities.
facilities.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, very
When
nice.
they totally renovated Hunter Park, however many years ago that was when we were here, it went from a standard athletic park to a super nice. It's one of the nicest
Right.
baseball, centric parks that I've been to. We go to mostly soccer fields, but compared to that, yeah, it's a super nice park, super nice
Absolutely.
fields, lots of parking. So they've been able to build a really nice youth baseball program over
Right.
there.
And that's
so-
reflected in the solid turnout that they
Absolutely.
got for opening
Yeah.
day, which is
Yeah.
Right.
great.
So it was a big day, big event. And you can see photos and video and stuff like that on our website. We've got a whole
Social
news.
media.
Social
Think
media, our
about it.
Facebook page.
Yeah, we have the first pitch going out on social media. You can see the video clips and throwing the first pitch and stuff with Mayor Robinson and Councilman Watts and Mr. Harper. He's out there a lot. I think he loves being involved.
that's good.
He's a local guy that's really involved in the community and former Braves player and stuff. And he still does Little League coaching and stuff like that. He does special trainings for the kids and things like that.
Oh, that's
so
great.
he's
Camps
very
and
involved
stuff.
too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hitting camps and stuff. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good day, good event.
Yeah. And then finally, today, we're unveiling.
As if
today,
there's not enough.
right. Yeah. One more thing. We're unveiling the butterfly sculpture at the Mayor's Butterfly Garden at Worthen Park. So that's
Yep.
kind of been a thing that everyone's kind of been anticipating and things like that. So I think community art's one of the things that Mayor Robinson wanted to see kind of pop up around the community. And so this is kind of one of the big initiatives that we have. So
Mm-hmm.
it's exciting.
The mayor's got a big art initiative, and the CAC has a
That's
big
right.
public art initiative, and then Keep Douglasville Beautiful. We had Jan Weeks on last week when we had her on talking about the programs they've got going on, and this is one of Keep Douglasville Beautiful's program because it's a found object art sculpture.
Right.
So it's kind of taking recycled materials and making it into this really cool looking sculpture for the butterfly garden and everything. So and that happens today. As soon as we finish filming,
Yeah.
we'll go from studio over to
Over.
Worthen Park
Correct.
to
Right.
start getting prepped for that event that
Right.
is happening today.
And the official start time is 1:30.
1:30
There we
today.
go.
Yes.
Worthen Park.
Yeah. So if you don't make it out today, then definitely go by Worthen Park to the Mayor's Monarch Pledge Butterfly Garden and check out the sculpture. It's really cool looking. It's like all this recycled metal objects and stuff,
Right.
but they made
Great.
it this
We'll have
really
plenty of
cool looking
pictures and
sculptures.
things
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff. So
we'll have it on Facebook and
Check our social page.
social media,
Yes.
and the website douglasvillega.gov.
Shameless
See?
plug.
We need to count how many times.
Right.
we show.
Chris is
And
counting.
then- Exactly, Chris is counting for us, okay.
And so yeah, that'll be a fun event. So we as soon as we wrap up here, we're going there. So that'll be a good day.
Yep.
So
And that wraps up the
is
news.
that all the news we got going
That
on?
wraps up the
Yeah.
news, yep.
Excellent.
Great.
All right.
Hey,
What about upcoming events, Kelly?
we are going to run right into the events and kick it off with the
Good idea.
Shamrock Run.
Very punny.
Yeah,
Right.
I can tell you, yeah.
Indeed. I like it.
I thought about that all show as you were talking. So, but it's a 5K run. It's at Hunter Park this weekend. Starts at 11:30. There is registration involved, so be sure and either call the park at 770-920-3007 or email Bass, BASSC, at douglasvillega.gov. Chris Bass there will be able to give you any of the
Yeah.
information on that. But if you're a runner and you're looking for something to do this afternoon or this Saturday, and it looks like good weather this weekend, so good day for some running.
We could use some good weather.
We could.
Yeah.
Right.
No
And
rain.
you don't have to wake up early either because
Right.
It's not an early.
It's not an early race.
Most 5Ks are pretty early,
in the
and
morning,
this
yeah.
one's great midday.
you can actually have
mid-morning.
breakfast before you run. A light breakfast.
Yeah, not right before.
Right.
Not right
Right.
before.
Don't
Carb load.
advise
We don't
that.
want to
Do the
clean
carb
up
load.
too much after.
We want to run happy.
Right.
And
you-
you're green.
In your green, exactly, because this is St. Patrick's celebration weekend going on. So I know there's some things happening downtown with that celebration as well. So
Yeah. I'm really
Wear
hoping this
green.
is one of those where people come dressed up as all kinds of different stuff. So I'm hoping we get some leprechauns or some
Oh, yeah.
people dressed as a giant 4-leaf clover or something like
Sure.
that.
be a
Tis
fun
the
event.
season. Yes.
Nice, fun event. Then on Monday, I believe it's the 18th, is Monday, the Litter Enforcement Workshop that is sponsored by Keep Douglasville Beautiful. It's where code and compliance officers as well as law enforcement come in and learn actually how to, I guess, help keep the communities clean, what those law enforcement guidelines and restrictions are for the area and that type of thing. So it's a very intensive training. It's from 9 to 12. Chan told us, though, that it's open to the public. So if you're interested,
Absolutely.
if you're interested in joining up on that, you can reach Chan Weeks at Keep Douglasville Beautiful. So that's happening. Some
Absolutely.
training going on. March the 19th, we have meeting number 4 of our Phase 1 Downtown Master Plan. So we talked about the old jail site just previously. If you're looking to find out more information, be at one of these public meetings. That's what all of these projects and plans have incorporated is public input, public information. So here's that opportunity to find out more. It's at 6
Absolutely.
p.m. on March the 19th.
And Kelly, if the public missed any of the previous meetings, can they go on the website to pull those meetings or contact the city manager's office?
We have some of the information.
Okay.
Like we've recapped some of them in news articles and stuff on the website.
Good deal.
But if you go to the fourth meeting, they'll kind of give you a good recap
Good
of where we
wrap-up.
are
Okay.
on the project and
Very
where
fine.
we've been up until now, and give you what the next step of information is. So
Good deal.
they're all good meetings to go to. And like I said, they've had 4 of them just for Phase 1 because this is a huge project and it's a
Indeed.
very big. It's a part of the project that the citizens are very engaged with.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
the town
Right.
green area down there where the jail site will be. That's
Okay.
the Phase 1 of this master plan rollout. So that's an important one that people really want to get involved with. So
Absolutely,
it's a good one
yes.
to show up, find out what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
tell us what you think about what's going on, and get your input in before we do start knocking the building down and putting stuff
Right.
in. Yeah.
Right.
And yes, but to answer the question, there is a lot of information about the plan and the phases available on the website. So always a great resource. That's douglasvillega.gov.
.gov.
We need like a bell or something.
We're going to get one. I think that'd be fun.
In case you missed it the
graphic
first 3
that
times, right?
The police department does a handgun clinic on the first Tuesday of every month. However, for the month of April, just kind of a heads up there, they are needing to move that to April the 9th. Those start at 6:30, and they are also, they prefer registration. So there's a website there, or an email link that we'll put in the show notes
Yep.
to get to the registration for that handgun clinic.
I think you have to register in advance.
Right.
For those. They want to
Yeah.
make sure
They do
everyone's
a-
safe and do a background
they do a
check.
background check, which
and
Right,
Indeed.
there's all
Yes.
kinds
Police
of
department.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
enrollment, I guess is
Yeah.
the word I was
Enrollment.
looking for.
Right.
But
Good.
those are
Very
at
good.
6:30 to 8:30. But if you're looking to purchase a new gun or that type thing, a new gun handler maybe, it'd be a great safety class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they take you down to the range afterwards. So if you just want to have an
Great.
excuse to go to the range,
Yes, nice. Good resource here.
they do the
Indeed.
class and they take you downstairs and you get to shoot something.
All right.
Blow off some
Yes.
steam.
Yeah.
Yes.
First Tuesday of
Practical
every month.
application of your learning.
That's right.
And then we have a couple of community events that are happening, especially with it being, like we mentioned, the
St.
St.
Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day.
Yes.
All of a sudden it's
March.
like, okay, the green.
All of the holidays are running together.
They're running together. But the Shamrockin' for the Arts is happening this Friday. It's at the Old Courthouse Museum. Irish Bread Pub will be providing food for that. It is a ticketed event, so we'll need to refer you over to the CAC's website, which is artsdouglas.org, so you can find out more information, get your tickets, and that type information.
Yeah, so that's one of their fundraiser type events, right,
Right.
to benefit the arts in our community. So
This is the last
Yeah.
event for the Cheers to the Arts series.
All right.
So there'll be one, I think, kind of annually as we move forward, but this is 4 of 4. So this is the last one
That's great.
for 2019.
And you serve on their
Excellent.
board, so
I am,
representing
yeah.
us there at the city.
Representing
I headed
us
up
well.
the committee
Good deal.
for the Cheers to the Arts. So,
Ah.
yeah.
Very fun.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
so they've had a good turnout, if you
Yeah,
do
very
say
good.
so yourself.
I think last week was a very successful event. It was at the library, Douglas County.
Dog River?
Dog
yeah,
River.
Dog River
Dog
Library?
River, yeah.
Sorry, Dog. It's a different organization
Yeah.
that is run by. So I know the city parks, county parks.
But that's
still
a
work-
nice
still
library
working
down
on
there
it.
too, right?
Super
that's
nice.
the one that's like kind of in the woods
the
feeling.
woods.
Yeah.
and-
Oh,
it's
lovely.
beautiful.
So
Yeah.
it was Wine in the Woods. That was the theme.
The
There you
theme?
go.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
Nailed it.
Yeah, cool live music and stuff like that. So
There you go.
check it out for 2020.
All right. Well, then this Saturday also the Culture for the Arts is hosting their Mad Hatter Tea Party. 11 a.m. That's a fun event where you dress up and they have a lot of the characters and it's just tea and pastries and it's just a fun event that the kids always enjoy. That I believe also involves registration, so we're going to send you back to
their website.
to find out the details on that.
And what's the website again?
It is artsdouglas.org.
Ding.
There you go.
Yeah, the CAC always has cool stuff going on, but that's a really cool one.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole Alice in Wonderland theming that they do
Mm-hmm.
is just so cool. I love it. Yeah.
So, a lot of
Yeah.
things happening, not just here, sponsored by the city, but also the community. And those are just the things that we were able to kind of pull together to highlight. There's so many other things available within our community.
And where should they go to get more information?
Oh, yes. Should we try douglasvillega.gov?
That's
Sounds like
the
a
one.
good option.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Good
I like
Indeed.
that one.
And show notes on
Lots
the
of stuff.
podcast.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Ding.
All right. So that's everything. That's just the next couple of weeks again.
Oh, that's just a,
All right.
yeah.
So we're
That's just
here
something to see this weekend.
every other week. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks to tell you everything else coming up.
Absolutely.
So that should keep everybody busy for the next couple of weeks.
So
Right?
mark
Oh,
your
yeah,
calendars,
definitely.
make your plans.
Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's news and events. Excellent. And joining us in our guest spot this week
Yes.
is, as we did at the beginning of the show, our new marketing and events coordinator,
Yes.
Miss Tiffany Wallace.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be
Welcome.
here.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. I'm happy
absolutely.
to be here. So, yes, so this is technically my first full week. And, Douglasville is moving right along. You have a lot of work for me to do, which I'm very happy about. And I'm looking forward to, getting in with these events and just making it everything that it needs to be. So looking forward to it and learning as I go. So, and everyone's been very welcoming. So I look forward to speaking with you all every week. We'll be every other week, right?
Every
Yes.
other week.
Every other
Every
week.
week.
Every other week. So I'll be here.
Excellent. And as you can see, every other week we go through this whole list of events we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you can see there's always so much going on. And that's kind of the point of your position, is to help us wrap our hands around all of these things we have
That's
going
true.
on.
Yes,
Um,
because you all are a busy and active community. That's
correct.
for sure.
So what Ms. Wallace will be doing is plugging into all of these events all over the city that we put on as the city, or we partner with as the city,
Yes.
just to make sure that we're getting the word out there,
Right.
making sure that they're promoted, making sure all the citizens know about all the events
Indeed.
as much as possible,
Yes.
and making sure that we're putting on really, really good events in
Indeed.
general. So with that in mind, tell us a little bit about your background and history, where you come from before coming to Douglasville.
Okay, indeed. So, similar position with the City of Smyrna. I worked there for about 12 years, and interestingly enough, I worked in the community relations department. Yes. And so part of what I did, website management, content creation management, event management, and also your traditional public relations. So we were a small department, a department of two. So I was a Renaissance woman of sorts. So I have a great experience managing events, producing events, as well as the PR and the comm side of it. So from the events to the social media, promoting that was my my daily gig. I enjoyed it very, very much. And so now I'm here, and I am ready to get started and just go full steam ahead.
Absolutely. Excellent. So definitely a wealth of knowledge and background and
Indeed.
experience in events and community events and stuff. And
Indeed.
Smyrna has some huge events.
That is true. Yes.
So there was a lot of big events that you kind of managed over there. So
Indeed, including the birthday celebration
Huge
and
birthday celebration.
Taste of Smyrna, which was previously the Spice of Life. And so we revamped it, rebranded it, and it is now the Taste of Smyrna. It's been going on for some time now, yeah.
very cool.
Right.
So very similar events that we have here in Douglasville.
That
So
is
we have
true.
a birthday celebration. We have a lot of concerts as well,
Yes.
just like you've done over there.
Yes.
So some perfect experience to plug in
Indeed.
with all the events we have going on and
Yes.
stuff coming up. And we've already started talking about some of the ones on the horizon. We know we've got some big things coming. We talked about the ones that we know about in the next couple of weeks, but we are already planning our spring concert, our summer concert series,
Indeed.
our popular Wednesday
Yes.
Wind Down series. We're
Yes.
about to cross the T's and dot all the I's
Indeed.
on the planning for that. And
The
that one's
summer-
coming up.
Yes, the summer is going to be jam-packed. We have the
Absolutely.
Wednesday wind down, our summer concerts, going into the fall concerts as well, and everything in between. We have the July 4th parade
Mm-hmm.
as well, and just a wealth of other events
Yeah.
that we are working on fast and furiously behind the scene.
And big news on a lot of those. A lot of those events are coming back to the plaza this year.
Which is great.
We
Yes.
moved a lot of events away from the plaza when we did the redesign.
Right.
And, it took us a year to figure out the logistics, but a lot of those are coming back. So our Wednesday Wind Down concerts this year will be back over on O'Neill Plaza.
Much to the delight of everyone.
That's
Yay.
right. So right here in the downtown. So you come down and you've got the great music, and we've got access to all of our downtown restaurants, which we haven't mentioned yet in the show.
It's coming.
Surprising.
Surprisingly, Right.
How have we not talked about food yet?
And it's
So they'll
just
have
before
access to-
lunchtime.
Oh, that must be
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
So we had to have access to all of our downtown restaurants and stuff leading up to the shows. So those will be really fun Wednesday nights throughout the summer. Every Wednesday night starting
June
5th, I want to say.
5th, I do, and it goes through
Pretty much-
August.
yeah, it's all of
21st,
June and
20th.
most of
Yes.
all of June, all of July, and most of August. I
Right.
think we got about
So-
10 weeks.
Indeed. So pretty much all of the summer.
Absolutely.
Every
All
Wednesday
summer,
on
every
the
Wednesday
plaza.
night, be down here in downtown Douglasville
Yes.
for Wednesday Wind Downs. Should be great shows,
Indeed.
as they always are. Then we also have our Juneteenth celebration. We'll be coming back downtown
That's correct.
to the plaza this summer as well. And we
Yes.
already have 4th of July happening downtown. So a lot of big events happening in the downtown area
Yes.
and stuff like that. So
So
a lot for Tiffany to take over. she's hitting
I'm
the
not
ground
complaining
running,
at
but
all. I'm excited.
We're throwing a lot of stuff on her plate right
We can
away.
do this.
Well, we are so happy you're here to
Thank
help
you.
us
Thank you so
manage
much.
all of this
Definitely.
that's going on and
Good deal.
everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, does that cover everything we've got for the next couple of weeks? Everything
Oh,
we've
my
talked
goodness,
about? I mean,
We've covered a lot.
Yes.
it always
in
feels
just
like
30
so
minutes.
much crammed
Yeah.
into this,
Right.
this spot. But we'll be back in a couple of weeks to cover another whole list of stuff. 'Cause I know we
Indeed.
have a lot more coming up. So we do want to thank everybody for joining us here at the table.
Sure.
Thanks
Sure,
for
anytime.
coming and being
Yeah.
so prepared and having all this great information. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in, for joining us. Again, if you're watching, please let other people know about the show, about the podcast, about the video show. Share it out. If you're listening to us in your favorite streaming app, you can scroll down and give us a good rating. That helps us get out there as well. Leave us a good review. If there's something you want to tell us about, leave us a review. Let us know what you think about the show and what we could be doing differently.
If you don't like it, just forget that you listened.
If you don't like
No
it,
review
there's
necessary.
not
It's
don't
fine.
review any of it.
We're good with that.
Yeah, that helps too.
Wow.
Just a little
Absolutely.
reminder.
All right. Well, thank you guys again, and we will see everybody next time on Douglasville Impact.